To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
Let's get in conversation with Mr. Dharmesh Shah, Head of Technical at ICICI Direct, to get some sense on what we're seeing in terms of the markets on the technical front. And Dharmesh, hi, morning. Thanks so much for joining us. While we have spoken about the benchmarks today, Nifty and Nifty Bank, not much happening on that front, but we have seen outperformance coming in from the broader end of the market. What does the technical setup for the mid cap and the small cap end look like to you at present?
So good morning. Yes, definitely. I think so. If you look at the market since last few trading sessions, we're seeing a more of a stock specific action rather than the Nifty specific action happening in the market. We believe I think so the mid caps and the small caps should relatively outperform the market going forward. Maybe we are into the result season, so we will see a more of a stock specific action going forward. But yeah, post the result season means by August, I think so. We believe the mid caps and the small caps should relatively outperform the benchmark. So yes. Overall, I think so. The setup looks more positive for mid caps and the small caps, but maybe in the near term, we can see some bit of a consolidation going forward. But buy the dip should be the strategy in mid caps and the small caps. Going forward for next 6 months, we expect mid caps and small caps should relatively outperform the Nifty.
That's the take, but help us understand any pockets in the market where you are seeing some trader interest right now. Anyway, we're seeing good volumes today.
Yeah, I think if you look at the pharma space, I think so. I think so. That is something in the mid cap pharma. We see a lot of attraction happening. Yesterday, we see a good attraction happening in Newland Pharma after some bit of a positive guidance. And that after, I think so, the IPO of new IPO listing, I think so. That is something a bit positive for Newland. But apart from Newland, I think so, Piramal Pharma is one, I think so, which seems to be attracting the volume. The stock has been nothing for last 2 quarters, and it's been for consolidating in this range of 190 to 210 to 15. We believe, I think so, the way the volume seems to be shaping up for Piramal Pharma and a falling trend line breakout of last 7 months falling trend line, it looks like, I think so, Piramal Pharma should see a relative outperformance going forward, where we're expecting the stock to head towards 225, keeping stop loss of 195.
Piramal Pharma, Piramal Enterprises as well, holding out very smartly, almost a 3.5% move on the futures. 2 other stocks, Dharmesh, that I want to flag off, Tata Elxsi as well as Tata Technology. Tata Technologies, of course, is seeing an earnings reaction there, a mixed set of earnings, but it's spurt up now after a quiet start. What's your reading on the charts on whether or not they will see further upside, these 2 stocks, in the days to come, Tata Elxsi and Tata Tech?
Coming to Tata Elxsi, I think so. The stock has a fantastic time from 2020, 21 to 22, 23, but the stock traded from 800 to almost 10,000. Post that, we have seen almost 61% retracement of this major rally happening for Tata Elxsi. If you look at the current context, I think so the stock seems to be hitting the higher bottom. The previous bottom, which was placed at around 4,800. Current last bottom was around 5,600. This time, after the numbers were not in line with the expectation, we have seen a positive reaction on the day of itself, the result declared. So it seems to be indicating that the worst news seems to be getting factored in for Tata Elxsi. Maybe in the near term, we will see a more of a consolidation happening. It's a good time to accumulate. I would not say that the IT as a sector looks more promising from the year on. But yeah, it's a time of accumulation. When it will move, I think so it may take 1 or 2 quarters of consolidation, but the risk reward looks more favorable for Tata Elxsi at the current market price. So Tata Elxsi, yes, 5,600 remains to be the very strong support. On the higher side, we expect 7,300 to 7,400 is likely target for Tata Elxsi. So buy the dip should be the strategy for Tata Elxsi, not from the trading perspective, but from the portfolio perspective. Apart from Tata Elxsi, Tata Technology post IPO, I think so, lot of shelling pressure was seen in Tata Technology, I think so. The one where we have seen the strong support was placed at around 680 to 700. We believe, I think so, the worst again in this Tata technology is also factored in. Maybe it may take more of a base formation in this current range of 680 to 790, 800, but it's a buy on the dip strategy should be for the Tata Elxsi, Tata Technology also. So both I think so Tata Group, I think so Tata Elxsi as well as Tata Technology should be the buy on dip should be the strategy for both the stocks.
All right, so that's the take coming in on both of these Tata group of companies. And other than that, within the Tata group of companies is Rallis India as well that has been doing well. But Dharmesh, along with that, help us understand that which are your stock calls for today?
I think so Piramal Pharma remains to be a topic inside the pharma space. Again, as I said, that the volumes has been the highest in last 2 months. Also, the falling trend line breakout, indicating the end of the corrective phase for Piramal Pharma. We expect Piramal Pharma to head towards 225 from the short-term perspective, with a stop loss 195. Apart from that, Piramal Pharma financial services looks positive. We remain to be constructive positive for BFSI. Again, inside the BFSI, financial services like PFC, I think so the one which remains to be our top pick. Again, the stock has already seen a 40% correction from the top, making a strong base formation at the 52-week EMA. We believe I think so the worst again for PFC seems to get factored in. Maybe it may take some bit of a consolidation in this range of 510 to 430 to 380, but it looks like I think so 435 is likely a breakout for PFC, and we should look for a target of around 478 with a stop loss of 388 from the medium term perspective. So PFC and Piramal Pharma remains to be our top pick.
Piramal Pharma, top ideas. Dharmesh, thanks as always for that. Let's shift focus now and let's talk about what's going on within the auto